you gorgeous creatures, you other three too. Welcome to our first installment of Double Wide and Walking Stick. Where this series, we are going to tap on the bullshit of Shanny for Christ and run, Revy, run, Revy, run, run, run. Ow! Anyway. So this will be our first installment. Now, I was not planning on doing this early. As a matter of fact, yesterday I had skipped on my happy little ass over to the camera store and I bought me an SD card for my camera, which I am going to get set up because the quality on this is absolutely terrible. Not only that, there's no room and I have to literally delete everything before I can cut a video. So this is my third attempt and we're hoping that I've erased enough to get through this. Okay, I am watching Drader and it is Shanny for Christ finally loses parental custody 5/28/24. So, sir, take many seats. If so inclined, if you lovely creatures would kindly go over and show Drader some love, tickle that subscribe button, and then spit on that notification so you know exactly when Drader is uploading. Sir, can I just say this to you? You have the voice of a serial killer. I am just saying, and I love you. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks because we don't know how long I'm going to have for this video. You were talking about primarily the government taking your children, not because you're a horrendous parent or were a horrendous parent, not because your house was fucking filthy. I mean, let's just pull this one. If your house got so that disgusting because people broke in, just on the merit of you keeping your home that's insecure makes you a bad parent, especially if you were going away. But not one of us believes that story. You're both filthy pigs and that's just the end of it. That child's bed was fucking disgusting. As a matter of fact, I'm sorry for the children. It's the cat's litter that made me want to smash both of you. Because you see, your children were old enough to change their own bedding or complain. Unfortunately, the cats, the smell of ammonia, cats sense the smell is so strong, you filthy, you're pigs. Anyway, we're going to skip by this one because this isn't what we're here about today. But you did come pretty ferociously about the reason that you lost your children is because the government likes to steal Native children. Okay. I have a propensity for calling out bullshit. FFG people, you just take a seat. I'm coming to you guys. I read the comments. You just take many seats. I'll get back to you guys. I know. I read your comments, how wrong that I was. And I'm still investigating that. Because if I am that wrong, then I certainly will admit it. But I don't watch see, I'm getting off track. I don't watch YouTube Underground. I know who Yaba is. I've never visited her channel. So I didn't get any information from Yaba. Okay, let's just be clear on that. But I'll get back to you guys quite quickly. I still stand where I stand. I don't like her. What are you going to do? Anyway. So because you were calling out the American government that you're not a fucking filthy animal pig parent, that it's because that your children are Native, I needed to do some investigation. And I'll tell you why. Because just like Foodie trying to claim that she was a drug addict, and as some or all or a couple or maybe none know that April 7th marks my 15th year of recovery, praise Jesus and hallelujah, clean. And only a survivor, a fighter, a soldier, anybody who's walked through the brimstone in hell of any addiction can understand that the fucking hell that I walked through to sit here and be able to proudly say that I am clean. And I wish never anybody goes through that. Nothing. No. Nope. I've gone through a lot of things in my life, but never in my life will I mentally will never cover from what that did to me mentally. Anyway, we're not here about me. We're here about you there, Double Wide. So North Carolinian natives is what you were talking about, Duluth. And Mohican. So as one does. Duluth, North Dakota, Northern Cheyenne, and Ojibwe. That is primarily the bands that are in Duluth, not Mohican. Now, we're not saying that there isn't any Mohican. I am saying that what I just mentioned is the bands. Now, I am not far from the Indian Reserve here. Ipperwash is not very far from where I am. It's a beautiful beach. I live on native land. I mean, all of Canada is native, but the city that I'm in right now is primarily everything is named after the native. But the reason that brings me to you is because I have a niece who bore me a great nephew who married a wonderful, wonderful nephew-in-law who is Cheyenne. Both of his parents are 100% Cheyenne. Both of his grandparents are 100% Cheyenne. So, I'm getting a kink in my neck. It kind of angers me about some of the things that you were saying, especially because I have a great nephew who is 50% Cheyenne. So, let's go over some facts, shall we? We shall. Now, because I know that you're not really doing any content lately and all your comments are off because you stole $4,300, allegedly, not allegedly, from some beautiful giving Christian woman, you fucking ingrates. And hey there, walking stick, I hope that phone serves your purpose well. I mean, what a dumbass move to come on and do a live and show a $900 phone. You fucking bums. And it's Apple, so I mean, it goes without saying. It's got a magnet on the back. You fucking dumb. You just fuck, man. God's coming for you guys. The trumpets are sounding, and yeah. I'm not going to be in the same place you guys are. I just promise you that. Maybe my mouth might get me into it. Anyway, let's get to brass tacks, shall we? Anyway, okay. Your great grandmother, Ruth, who was born with the violet eyes. Kind of Liz Taylor speaking, isn't it? Isn't it? But we're going to go with that. See, I don't know if you know this, and I'm going to say that you don't because I don't think you give two shits about me because you're Christian. Just about a month ago tomorrow, my mother passed away. I love you, Mama. Yeah, we'll talk later. 4 days before that, one of my best friends passed away. 4 days before my mother. God is funny. Her name is Kathy. Her name will always be Kathy. And I've known Kathy since grade 5. It's a long time. It's a long friendship. Guess what Kathy was? Cherokee. Her mother, Cherokee. Her father, Cherokee. Her grandparents, Cherokee. Which is why when Drader put this video up, I just kind of went, doing. I need to pay attention to this bullshit that you fucking spew. Anyway, let's get down to fucking brass tack, shall we? Because we all know you to be a fuck shit of liars. Okay, both of you. You're both fucking atrocious people claiming God and playing in the devil's fucking playground. We all call you liars. I am going to point out very obviously why we call you fucking filthy animal liars. People have already pointed out why you're filthy. Let's get to brass tacks because I'm done talking to you. All right. So good old Ruth was your great-great-grandmother, right? No, your great-grandmother. Your great-great-grandmother was Mohican. All you say about her was that she was red-skinned, right? It's on Drader. I mean, we can go back there because you claimed that you didn't cry for views for cancer, money for cancer. It's all right here. Yeah, you did, bitch. You certainly fucking did. So I am just saying this. Thank you, Drader, for this. And in case you decide that this is a lie, Shanny, it's, oh no, double wide. It's right here in your words. So your great great grandmother was Mohican, according to you, from Duluth, which in Duluth is North Dakota, North Cheyenne, and Ojibwe. Not Mohican, but we're going to run with your fucking bullshit. So then your great grandmother Ruth with the violet eyes, she was slightly red skinned because she married an Irishman. Ma'am, ma'am, do you hear yourself talk? Is your mouth so full of shit that it plugs your own ears? Your great great grandmother Ruth, who was born, and let me ask this because I don't know. Your great great grandmother was Mohican, which to me, from what I understand and know, would have only married a Mohegan because that's what would have been in the tribe. That would have been her band, correct? I mean, you're clearly off on the demographics, but that's neither here nor there, right? That's neither here nor there. I am suggesting and saying, what is this we got? We don't care. It's not about me. That your great great grandmother married a Mohegan, which would make your great grandmother a full blooded Mohegan. Which I'm assuming that if your great great grandparents were both Mohicans, coming from, so your great 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 grandparents probably would have been double Mohican. You're still with me, right? But your great great grandmother Ruth was only partially red skinned, more white skinned because she married an Irishman. Either your fucking heritage is one messed up motherfucking goat fucking what the hell sort of circus, Ringling, Barnum, and Bailey going on, or you fucked up when you started spitting that information out. You fucking didn't even think when it was floating out of your mouth, did you? Yeah, okay, so that's impossible. That is impossible. Oh, it gets better. Oh, it so gets better. This is the mild part, you fucking double wide, fucking filthy ass, hanging on by plaque, don't chew too hard. All right, now we're going to get to my favorite part, John Smith, who you claim your sons are related to, correct? I mean, it's on Drader. Ma'am, again, shall I say, because you were referencing Pocahontas. Okay, you need to put down the fucking Disney and pick up a book. Okay? Never mind. I'll enlighten you just a little bit. John Smith was a explorer. He was born in 1580 in Willoughby, Lincolnshire, England. Yeah, I know. Kind of fucks everything up right now, doesn't it? Yeah. See, here's the thing, double wide. Disney is a fluffy version. They make it cute. They take an idea and then they glorify it. You watched a fucking movie. Like, honestly, bitch, if this is how you think, then I truly believe that you and Rev both come from Monsters, Inc. parents. I'm just saying, that seems to be more your bloodline as far as I'm concerned, but hell am I. Let's just dive into this a little bit, shall we? Okay, we're going to. So, you were saying something about Cherokee. Again, I don't know how this works out for you because you were from Duluth. Your native people are from Duluth, Mohican, which doesn't coincide demographically with bands. And then you skip right down to good old Cherokee. Okay, let's play with that, shall we? Cherokee bands, primarily Caharia, Eastern Band of Cherokee, Limbre is a tribe from North Carolina. Meherrin, Saponi, oh, I'm going to get this so wrong and I apologize. Okanashi, tribe of Siouan Nation. Wakamau. These are the bands, okay? These are the tribes. So you're demographically wrong. Your lies demographically don't add up. Let me just say this too. That would mean that that was your great, 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 great grandparents, your son's great, 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 great parents, which means that they're less than 0.25%. Okay? I've seen both of your sons briefly. I would never imagine in 100 years that they have any Cherokee, any Zimbabwe, any Native in them at all. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty confident in saying they don't. Okay? Let me just skip over here because I'm almost done with you because I literally get enraged. And I'm already 16 minutes in and I can already feel the fucking heat coming off of my forehead. And I don't want to do that because I'm trying to be a better person than the person that I used to be. Your name is Dornbush. Primarily Dornbush. Dornbush, Dornbush. So I looked up Dornbush, which I suspected would be German. Turns out German descent. Yeah. It means thorn bush, which is about right. It is absolutely fitting who the fuck you are. A thorn. You have an identity crisis. You have an identity crisis. You speak so much about mental illness and physical illness. Let me share something with you. Any story that you spit that you have been afflicted with, my heart bleeds for you. And I am saying this sincerely. And I am saying this sincerely because I also get to carry that burden. Does it matter? No. That's my demons that I struggle with quietly on my own. I don't talk about them. I suppress them as much as I can. But in my very busy mind and in my very quiet times, those demons like to frolic in my brain, which is why I am a very loud, very busy, and very talkative person, because I don't like those still moments, because things that I would rather not come haunting me. I, however, do not let them rule my life. I let them have their place in my life because they are part of my life. I am also somebody who suffers from very serious medical conditions. I don't think that you know nor care that I work in construction. It is not exactly the job that I should be doing for my medical condition. I have what they call a perforated bowel for the rest of my life. Now, if you imagine a piece of toilet paper or paper towel, the perforations, and if, you give it a little tug, it's pretty strong until you get it wet. And if you get it wet and you give it just the slightest little tug, rips no problem down those perforations. My bowel, as yours, is very moist inside, causing it a very severe situation, considering that my job is extremely physical, extremely heavy. I'd also like to throw into the mix of things for shits and giggles also that I suffer from Crohn's. Now, I know that you have said multiple times that you have fibromyalgia arthritis. I do not know what that is. However, if said to be true, I have compassion for you. I understand what crippling pain does to a person. I don't know for sure if that's what you have, considering I've heard cancer, MS, arthritis, PTSD, pregnancy, a whole host of things. It's hard to believe anything. You're like that boy that cried wolf, right? I will say this. I have no idea what that was. If anybody saw that, I have no idea what that was. But we're going to let Ma, you take care of that for me, girl. You are grotesquely, morbidly obese. And you sitting all the time, even when I was watching you do them cooking channels, you literally rolled over to the sink from the stove, which was this far away. I don't care how painful your arthritis is. There's help with that. Pardon me. Or fibromyalgia. You kind of deserve what you get. I know it's poison. Because you feed it. You feed it so that you can have sympathy from people. You perpetuate your pain so that you can cry and be the victim. My daughter was a natural childbirth. I know. And I am telling you this. Crohn's makes natural childbirth, to me, who has an exceptionally high tolerance of pain, feel like pulling a sliver. I don't know anything comparable to the pain of Crohn's. I don't know. I do know this, that I am prescribed some big pharma narcotic to help with my Crohn's. However, I understand that once big pharma gives you one drug to combat something, it's like a domino effect. I'll give you this heart medication to help with your heart or cholesterol. Let's do something simpler. I'll give you medicine to help with your cholesterol, but now you're going to have a palpitating heart. So I'll have to give you medication to give you something for your palpitating heart, which will now thin your blood. And so on, and so on, and so on. I, last week, was having a Crohn's flare-up because the problem with Crohn's is there's no two diagnoses for each patient. What could be good for one might not be good for another. It's a digestive system thing, which I had never even heard of. And I don't know. I do know this, that sometimes we just have to muscle through the pain. And last week, I was going for walks. I was praying. But the one thing that actually got to me, I was laying in my bed, crying by myself, because I live alone. So there's nobody to rub my back. There's nobody to fetch me a hot water bottle. There's nobody to get me Delta 8. It's him, you guys. Anyway, I'll get back to you later, darling. Anyway, there's nobody here for me. I'm laying in my bed going, I will take this pain as long as my child never feels it. I will take this pain as long as my child never feels it. I am taking this pain so my child never feels it. You coward. Anyway, I want to finish with this because that's my hot neighbor. Not coming here. So John Smith, the explorer, was born in 1580. 174 years ago, which makes that 6.96 generations ago for you. Not your great, great, great grandparents, your kids, your son's great, 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 great grandparents. It would be more than that. So you fucked up there too, you fucking double wide, dumbass, fucking Cheerio eating, fucking Baskin Robbins sucking, plastic spoon licking. Rev, run, man. Like, you're an asshole for what you did to them kids, but no, nothing. There's no but in that. You're an asshole. And if you're lucky that you got with someone like double wide, because if it would have been a woman like me touching most women, touching their children, you wouldn't have made it out alive. Again, I will proudly cop a case for my kid any day of the week. Any day. Anyway, you gorgeous creatures, I'm going to go see what Hot Neighbor had to say. Vinny, you are always going to be my king. Gwen, God bless you. There's just so many of you. There's just so many of you. I just fucking love every single one of you. I'm reading my comments and I'm doing my best to respond to you. Let me just say this collectively. For all the love and support, cat abuse. Okay, I'm back. That you guys give me, that you show me, the joy that you say I make you happy, that isn't even close to what you guys give me collectively, individually. I've said this before and I will say this again. One of the most beautiful things about this, to me, for me, is I don't know what any of you look like. I don't know demographically where you are. I don't know financially your position. I don't know your race. I don't know your religious background. And it does not matter. It just does not matter. And absolutely, you're fucking perfect in every way, shape, and form to me. I don't care. It just so doesn't matter. Anyway, you gorgeous creatures, you're a blessing to me and to the entire fucking world. Don't let any motherfucker tell you any different. Double wide, John Smith. I just can't even believe you did that. Anyway, was this nice and mellow? 27 minutes. I did it under half an hour. You gorgeous creatures. I'll set up that camera and I will get back to you because I got a good one for corn fed. Peace, you gorgeous creatures. Go put your feet up, have a glass of wine, and fuck you, double fed.